I'm Tyler, your Remchuck, here to tell you I'm fucking disgusting, bro. And I generally stink like piss because I don't wash my hands. I piss on them. I piss on them. I piss on them.
Oilers Nation real life.
Full of piss.
New pod, taking the piss.
I piss on them.
I actually piss all over myself. The hands aren't even the problem.
Wow. Piss on them. Piss on them.
Oh, somebody drinking their own urine is totally plausible.
You can find a way to mix in a pee jar.
Full of piss on them.
Sometimes I don't even take it out. I just go. Nice times.
I don't wash my hands. I piss on them. Piss on them.
Real life, you know it's going to be a good one. Jay's eating a salad. Chalmers isn't here, even though he swore he would be here in the group chat. Another day, another dollar on the Real Life podcast.
Yeah, I was going to actually, so my open today was going to be 8:01 a.m. Real Life group chat. Chris Chalmers, unprompted. I haven't even sent the "Are we doing a pod today?" text.
You're very professional with those, by the way.
Yeah. 8:01 a.m. Chalmers goes, "I'm there today, 100%." And then the rest of us all said, "We're in too."
Yeah.
Because I'm looking through the group chat now. Generally, you come in with the 1:38 text somewhere around, 8, 9 o'clock.
It's very early. I'm always amazed you're awake.
So we started right at 1:30 because I think starting without Chalmers when he said he would 100% be here is funny.
Tom Brand.
What's your over under?
I'll say
what if I say 4.5?
He's not even really that
minutes?
late, to be fair. It's 1:31 local time.
Assuming you've seen him.
I haven't seen anybody. I'm just looking out the window. I haven't, nothing. I'm giving you an over under of 4.5 minutes from now. So we're 2 minutes in.
Yeah. Okay. So will he be here? I'll say over.
I had an idea the other day for a segment, your M-Chuck. You want to hear it?
Yep.
I was thinking it'd be funny if we did a bit where we bring up a topic that we know you won't say anything about for fear of like offending people, a corporate sponsor. Like it'd just be funny every now and again to be like, this is a topic. Would you ever talk about it? And then you don't want to talk about it.
So like you guys just do like 10 minutes of the pod and I'm just quiet out of fear of.
No, we're just like, and you can always erase it if you don't like it. So there's like a 100% chance. But like, for example, you can bet on the Special Olympics now.
I did see that.
They're offering odds on events and the big betting houses are allowing you to bet on the Special Olympics.
But
do you know how far we are from Jesus light at this point?
Here is my counter argument to the people who think it's wrong.
You have a take?
It's educational. I saw people in the comments being like, I had no idea the Americans were this good at the swimming.
It brings attention to the event.
Yeah.
Betting on the Special Olympics, we're all going to hell.
It's educational.
It's so bad. It is not educational. I don't even know what that is. Jesus, Murphy. You shouldn't bet on disadvantaged folks. It's not right.
Tyler.
I think
People bet on the Flames.
That's fair.
Yeah. Hang on.
But I'm bummed.
How can the WWE claim that they're going to offer odds on their matches when it's like known that they're fixed?
Fuck, that's funny.
It's mind blowing.
But they are.
It is. Well, wrestling's fake. I know.
But like they're offering, you can bet on it.
What?
You
Yeah, man.
Me, damn it.
You can bet on something.
You can?
Yes.
So
It's
like,
actually live now. I thought they're trying to get that.
I thought
done.
some gray market operaters have already got it going on.
Oh,
and
it
now
always
they're trying
has.
to make it
The
official.
gray markets have always had it.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I found a handful of them
Like what the
where you can bet on it. So you're telling me essentially that if the Undertaker's in a match, for 1,000% he's winning.
But the odds will reflect it, right?
Still, you take the free money.
You don't know.
Isn't the thing with the WWE now that like a lot of matches are 2 stars?
Tyler's just booking a tea time right now.
Am I insane for doing that for tonight?
Tonight?
Booking a tea time for tonight?
Why are you going to deal?
Banging deal.
It's
$40 for 18 in a cart.
I'm supposed to play at a tournament tomorrow, and I'm just like dreading it.
We took the under.
Indeed.
The under pays, ladies and gentlemen.
You did it.
The under pays.
What was the bet?
The under never pays.
4.5 minutes late.
That's why I didn't bet it. I couldn't
You
come
guys
to the
never
unders.
start on time. This is odd.
We said that it was within the window that you really aren't late.
Yeah.
We just started because your M-Chuck's a
They
stickler for the
closed
rules.
the road down there, so I didn't know what I had to go all
yeah.
the
Yeah,
way
they did.
around.
Grierson
and
Hill,
up and
It's
Yeah.
going to mess up my race myself to work every day. I try to get here as fast as I possibly can.
What's your record?
Do you speed?
Nope.
Well, then what?
Just try to hit lights.
Try to hit the lights.
Try to hit lights.
And I get
properly.
really pissed off. There's a couple you never hit. And today I nailed them. And I had gotten from my house in St. Albert to the Victoria Golf Course at the 16-minute mark. Unprecedented.
Wow.
Unprecedented. And then that fucking road was closed and I didn't set a record time.
16
I
minutes.
still reel from a drive I had home after men's league because I used to play men's league at the River Cree and used to live downtown by the baseball diamond and hit every single green. Every light was green, and there's
God
probably
mode.
15 of them.
God mode.
I couldn't believe it. I've been chasing that high ever
Yeah.
since, and it's never been the same.
There's something about it.
It is
though.
exhilarating.
Yeah. And like today when
You're saving time.
Yeah, when I hit that light and I looked, and at that point, so it was the light, I don't know the road actually, kind of by Westmount, the intersection just past Westmount.
Okay.
And I hit it and I looked and I was like, holy shit, I'm at like the 13-minute mark. This is unbelievable. And then when I saw that road was closed, the hope drained
In
out
hindsight,
of my
though, there is nothing more frustrating than going every light and it hits red.
body. Yeah.
Well,
You
you're
just
living.
start to get your anxiety levels.
Yeah, you live in St. Albert, so I just imagine you're pissed off about lights all the time.
There was one night in like April 2020 when we were all staying home and there wasn't any traffic on the road
the
and it was
best.
a cold snap. So blizzard, no one's left the house. And I'm like, I want to go out and see the sights. And I didn't see a car for like 4 or 5 minutes on the road. And so I was like, oh, new rules. If the world has ended, streetlights are no longer functioning laws. And I blew through all these lights because there wasn't anybody else on the road. And I'm like, that's amazing. And I went home and I was like, I wonder if the red light cameras are still working.
Probably.
But
Yeah.
nothing came, thank God.
They don't take days off.
It was weird. It was very dystopian.
I remember the first Christmas I covered the morning show at 1260, may it rest in peace. And I would leave my house at like 3:45. And it's snowing. It's the week leading into Christmas where like the Friday and Thursday are a holiday and it's like the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I just remember stopping at a red light and feeling so dumb because you're like, why? Why am I doing this? There is no one on the roads. It's me. But for some reason, I'm still following the traffic laws.
Well, the red light cameras are sticklers for the rules.
They'll get you. They'll get you.
Anywho,
anyways,
Charles, you
am I
made
insane
it.
for booking a
Attaboy.
tea
It
time
is
tonight?
so bright in here.
Well,
because of
just
all the
dress
lights.
warm, bro.
I will. New lights.
The Weather
and the
Network says
sunglasses.
it is to rain starting around 4 o'clock until the day closes.
Till the rest
Yesterday,
of time,
like that had to
it
be a
feels like.
record. That it did not stop raining all day, and it was like steady rain.
It was great.
At
I
one
had some
point,
fantastic naps yesterday.
yeah. I was
Well,
watching
US
the
Open?
US Open.
A Father's Day with my Father's Day before the rain was shaping up to be very busy. We had baseball first thing in the morning at like 9 o'clock till noon. Then I was going to get like a 2-hour window until a soccer practice or until I think it was a hockey or something. And then a soccer game that night. All of it canceled. Everything canceled.
The best.
So it was, and it was like,
Just lean into it.
yeah, no, I did. I mean, I did. We didn't do anything. We went, of course, to Muggins for breakfast.
You got to.
Got to do it.
Couple
Throw
of spins
20 in the
or no?
VL or what?
Oh no spins. I mean,
What?
with the
Don't
family,
tell-
I was in
Father's Day,
the
bro.
restaurant.
Kids are good luck. Get them to
Yeah.
rub the twomp
No, I don't think I'm going to introduce them to the world of VLTs quite yet.
as you
Oh,
bet
we
on
were
sport.
walking through
Go
that
for
side
30
door, though.
minutes.
Yeah, just walk through that
Oh, he's
side
just
door.
in there.
As you're screaming
go
at
to
your
the bathroom
phone
on
about a
that
football.
Yeah, and then went home, laid on the couch. You know, it was a weird U.S. Open though because that Western that Western time or whatever
That was great. It was prime
It's
time
very
viewing.
late though.
I like my
Very
golf
late.
to be on early in the morning.
I like my
love the British
my
Open.
key groups to tee off around 2 o'clock. Be done by about 6:30. That's my. My favorite type.
Yesterday with it pouring outside, it was great.
It was nice.
But we had to go we then went for dinner, and so you're
Muggins
like
again?
commuting. Oh yes,
Yeah, you got a tune a day.
no, we did
Father's
not go to
Day.
Muggins.
I got for Father's Day. I got to order a donair for dinner.
Oh really?
That's
That was your
Crawford
choice.
eat donairs?
She had a bit of the pita.
Ah, nice.
What else did you do?
Oh, I just wanted to interject that I was eating a donair.
Oh, well,
for
I
dinner.
mean,
keep going with your story.
No, it was. There's not much more to it. Went to dinner at the parents' house, watched the rest of the U.S. Open, had a couple drinky poos, and went home. Went to bed very early.
Nice.
Yeah, it was very nice.
On Saturday, I had my little cousin Hannah. It was her wedding in Lacombe on Saturday. So, and I was hanging out with the groomsmen
I was going to
that
say
night.
the bridal party.
Well, the bridal
Attaboy.
party. Well,
You know.
like that night, and these guys like to play dice. You know that dice game? It's fucking so fun.
Okay.
You know what it is?
Yeah, a little bit.
Dungeons and Dragons?
Nope.
Like there's more than one dice.
So
game,
Like they're shooting dice.
No. So you got a playing table. You got a playing table.
Yeah.
And then you throw the dice up, and then it bounces on the table. And if it bounces off the table, you have to catch it with one hand. Or if you land it in their cup, they have to drink two, and it's worth. They have to drink their whole drink. And it's worth two.
This is a dice game I've never heard of.
You never played dice? Oh,
Well, no.
I played it in the States once.
I think you're calling this game like dice as if it was like the classic
This is me.
dice game.
My new best friends is what we call it, dice.
Well, okay.
All the groomsmen
Fucking
speech,
start a
best man
podcast with
speech
them then.
was
I don't
about
care.
drinking Coors Banquet and
Call it
dice.
dice.
That's all his speech was about.
Really?
He referenced
He
it like
loves dice that
10
much?
times. Oh, you can always count on Matty if it's a game of dice or crushing a yellow jacket.
What the fuck?
Oh, me and Matty were playing dice in this party. It was just like dice was their life.
Start a podcast with them, call it Snake Eyes.
Every single guy's nickname's Dice.
So does it really ultimately
Very
matter
confusing.
what the dice land on? If they're just trying to get off the table and catch it and they're just trying to land in a cup, does the numbers actually matter?
It's a score. Because
Okay.
if you drop it, it's a score. You get a point.
So you can
But it
play
has
it
nothing to do with the
anything.
numbers on the dice.
And I got to play the dice. What's that? It's just the dice. The knob.
You can play it with fucking ping pong balls.
You can play with big balls.
No, you can't.
Yeah, it sounds like you could.
How do you call it dice if the number on the dice has no impact on the game?
It's
Cubes
the shape.
is what it is.
Yeah, it's dice.
You're playing cubes.
So, anyways, we were playing that till like 2 a.m. on Saturday night. So, my Father's Day, I slept over in Lacombe, and it was a rough start, but
That's good. You know what? So
needed the donaire. Tell you that much.
you know what I did on Friday night? Went
Played
to the
dice?
Sound Clash Music Festival.
Oh, I saw on IG.
So this was a 2-day festival being held down in Kinsman.
Weather was
Very
beautiful.
cool. The reason, like, when it first started 2 years ago, I don't think they had it last year, but 2 years
They have
ago,
dice there?
They did not. I mean, they had this game called ping pong balls where you
Sorry,
throw ping
go
pong
back
balls
on
up in the
dice.
air, and then
Anyone,
one can
at
land in
any
a cup,
moment, you can
and
ask
the other
for
one can
just
fall off
wait,
the table.
Just wait. At
And-
any moment, you can ask any one of those guys for a dice. They were packing dice at all times in their suits. Oh, we lost.
Prison
Oh, I got a
bucket.
dice. I got a dice. I got a
What?
dice.
But the numbers on the dice have no
Irrelevant.
matter.
It's the
That is-
shape.
Unbelievable.
That is
Cubes.
No.
I couldn't believe it. It was a fucking way
The
of life.
culture shock you must have
They
felt at
played
first.
like I was there Friday till Sunday, and they were never not playing unless
It's
unless
the
there was
consequence
nuptials
of
being
no
had.
Wi-Fi in Lacombe.
It's like playing dominoes, and then,
There's an
and then
effect
the
on
numbers on the
people.
dominoes don't matter.
Yeah, you just set them up and just push them over and
Yeah.
just say fuck it.
Anyways,
I
so
played dice with current NHLer Danton Heinen.
Is he good at it?
Yes, he has good hands. Shocker.
wow, quick reflexes.
Yeah. Oh, and the one was a goalie. Yeah. They're all old college buddies. Anyways, dice.
2 years ago at Sound Class Music Festival, it's very, very geared towards people of my ilk, my era.
Yeah.
Of your
Because
vintage.
TLC, yeah, exactly. TLC headlined the
Yep.
last one. Mace was there. My
Mace?
boy, not
Last
this time. 2 years ago, the
okay.
very first
Puffy
one I went
Mace.
to. And
Like
so,
he was puffy.
yeah. And so
yeah.
like I loved it because it was outdoors. It was one of the first outdoor concerts I'd ever been to where it was all licensed. You could go anywhere. There was no just beer garden. It was the whole area, which is fantastic. This year
Necessary.
was Ashanti was first.
Wow.
The second act was T.I.
Wow.
In Edmonton?
Yep.
There's a
I was in
third.
Edmonton.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
The third act was It's Getting Hot in Her.
Nelly?
So take off all your, oh yeah.
Man,
And guess what?
Wow.
What a tick.
The cut healed. He doesn't wear the Band-Aid anymore. It finally healed.
You should contractually be obligated to
believe I
wear the
didn't know
Band-Aid,
this.
but that's
There was
just
a
how I
lot of
raised.
people in the crowd wearing Band-Aids.
Him and Ashanti are dating again, you know.
Really?
Well, so let's
What's
so
the
it was-
Band-Aid for one of his buddies in jail? That's what I always thought it
For
was.
City Spud.
Was it City Spud?
I believe City Spud was in jail. He was one of the Saint Lunatics when they
I remember.
St. Louis. So it very much took me back to my childhood. Just like
Oh,
not child, but like
anthems
like
of your life.
late. Oh, 100%, man. It was so good. But
Did they all try? Was it good?
Oh, dude, yeah. So at 6 p.m., the concert was supposed to start. We roll in at 6 p.m. and presented by the best DJ in the world, Harmon B, up on the ones and twos, spinning away. And next thing we know, it's like 7:45, and he's making these comments like, "Don't worry, it's you can tell he's getting antsy." Everybody's like, "What the hell?" The rumors start going around. Ashanti does not coming out until
Rumors.
there's 10,000 people here until it's super busy and all this stuff, and we don't know what the hell's going on. And then all of a sudden, Ashanti comes out, and she does really well. But it's like, if you remember a lot of Ashanti songs, she's a player on most of the songs. lot of Ja Rule stuff, a lot of like she's the female lead in most of these songs, but most of them are duets. So it was very good, like a lot of her good songs. But what really happened was she flew in and missed her connecting flight and didn't get there like in Edmonton until 6:30. She got from the airport.
She didn't fly in private anymore?
Buddy, I don't know what these guys are doing, but so in between, all of a sudden Ashanti ends and it looks like the apocalypse Armageddon storm is coming. The fences are blowing down because they have the
Otherwise known as
kite,
TI.
the kite elevator, like the kites on them, and so they have to go unhook these things before the fences all start blowing over. We tuck into the Copenhagen tent, take it over.
There's a Copenhagen
There was
tent?
a Copenhagen tent, 100% Chew Skull Copenhagen tent.
Were they giving out
They
chew?
were not.
Are you sure this happened this weekend and not like 04?
I
Or was it
promise you
Copenhagen,
this.
Denmark?
I promise you this.
Was it a tourism tent?
I think privately, because that's an offense private
Yeah.
event. I think they can be a little bit more liberal. I think.
They weren't handing it out, but they
buy
were
it?
definitely sponsoring. You could not buy it.
Did you feel compelled to chew?
No. So the 4 people that were running the thing were all wearing like Copenhagen skull jackets, and they were walking around with iPads. And what they were doing was a tobacco survey. And if you did a tobacco survey,
They're doing education.
you
yes.
would get $5 off of food that was being served.
$5 off your next order of chew.
And what they were trying to do was a market research on what is being smoked.
On how to market to kids?
Tobacco, pretty much. What is being smoked, where, and by who?
Which one of these cartoon
Vaping.
animals would your children
It
relate
was-
with most?
All,
It
you want to know
was-
what else is big in the dice scene? Zin. If you don't have a Zin
yeah,
if you ain't
Zimbabwe's.
sinning, you ain't living.
the dice game is not on.
So we tuck away in this tent, and I swear this storm blows through, and it's like 20 minutes, and and then all of a sudden, but TI's very tail end of this storm, it's still pouring. TI just starts. And we're like,
In the rain.
yeah, dude,
Sick.
I'm not going to lie to you. It made it 10 times better. We just ran to the stage. It was
Oh, you got right up there.
We got right up there, and it was.
Was he getting rained on?
No, he's under the awning. So no, but he's unbelievable in person.
King of the South.
I didn't remember how good his songs were, but man, he's
got a long list of bangers.
As far as he can travel,
got
he
huge
doesn't have
jams.
like a massive.
like he's got like some
right?
gun charges, I think.
Like, been some
like
incidents.
dealing guns.
Yeah, like they're not small charges.
But he's a paper chaser.
yeah, he was good.
His
man.
security and him got arrested. There was like duffel bags of automatic weapons they were purchasing, and he wasn't allowed to own guns. And he was getting like gun bag after gun bag. But you know what? Capitalism cures all wounds.
Knows no borders.
No.
That's right. Globalism.
So now, like, it is a party. I met, like, man, it was just one of those things where I think the rain just like lightened everybody up.
Was there 3D? Was there hologram Rihanna?
No hologram
that would've been
Rihanna.
good.
No hologram Rihanna, but we
They
were
had some
very
bangers.
close to stage. T.I. looked at us. Yep, no big deal.
Really?
Oh, you come on. And then
Didn't Gregor play like blackjack with him or something?
He did.
T.I.?
And didn't know it was T.I. And like
in
hung
Vegas
out
or
with
something?
him.
Yeah.
And T.I. like didn't know how to play, and they played blackjack switch, which is a weird variation of blackjack. Gregor's told me the story like 3 times. Every time I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. He claims they played for like hours together.
He told me, and this is why I know
just
it's
at like
true.
like at a table, just the two
yeah,
of
in
them.
Vegas.
He had a guy with him, but the guy didn't say a word. I'm like, Gregor, tell me the truth. Did you lecture him about your show? He's like, yes. So Gregor lectured T.I. about being a radio host. T.I. didn't mention he was a rapper in return. That's funny.
That's T.I.
So
He's
he
got
didn't.
time for you.
So
That's funny.
Gregor didn't know that T.I. was the rapper T.I.
No,
from Atlanta.
Until his buddies came after and were like, Jay, were you just at that table with T.I.? Gregor was like, huh?
He's like, you never brought it up.
He never brought it. He didn't introduce himself as I am famous rapper from Atlanta.
Texas
T.I.
Instruments? No.
Then Nelly, and it did get hot in there. It was good.
Nelly's still pretty
I just
jacked,
love it.
eh?
Was he tarps off?
So that's the
Tarps
one
off?
thing. No, we can't call him this anymore. What are they called now?
Tank top.
Tank
What
top.
can't we
Tank
call
top.
them anymore?
Tank tops.
Yeah, okay, they're tank tops. Yeah.
He's still pretty juiced, eh?
Oh yeah. The one thing I'll know that I will say about Ashante, Nelly, and T.I., all looking very good, aged very, very well. Yeah.
Yep.
So that was a great concert, man. And then we went home, and it was just like
Vibing.
I love that.
Living
stuff.
high.
There
Yeah.
is not enough concerts
Pleasantly
like that
surprised.
in the summertime.
Well, go to Folk Fest all 4
No,
nights,
no, no,
bro.
no, Folk
When's the
Fest
last
is
time
great.
Nelly was at
No,
Folk
no.
Fest? Never.
I think when
That's
was
true.
the last time some
This is our Folk Fest.
R&B
90s hip hop.
or rap artists from like the late 90s, early 2000s came to Edmonton?
Like Murder Mace last summer.
I just can't remember. It was like Mace. Do you see Mason Cameron have a podcast? Oh yeah, and they both wear suits.
I wish people could see Wanye's face right now.
They do?
Yeah.
Mate, what's it called? Kings of New York? Or
I
something?
don't know what it's called.
That's interesting.
I just saw a clip of it because
Cameron's tried to
went off on
reinvent
Kim
himself now,
Kardashian.
and he always wears a suit now. So
Yeah,
It's called Come and Talk to Me.
come and talk to me with Cameron.
I don't know if Cameron and Mace are like smart enough I would listen to them. Well, there's only one way to find
Cameron only had one good song. What was it?
out. Well, Purple Haze, that whole album's pretty awesome.
No, but there was one that was it's called like a wagon something or
Wagon Wheel?
no, that wasn't him. That's a folk fest thing. Get your mind in the folk
They're
fest.
actually coming to Folk Fest.
Who is?
Old Crow
Wagon
Benson
Wheel?
show.
Damn right
No,
they
they
are.
aren't.
Oh, I thought Hootie was coming.
Come on, that song's been done more than any other song. Gotta be.
Great track.
I wonder what song has been redone more than any other
Christmas
song.
carols.
Besides, I'd say besides a holiday tune, like an actual just song.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
Do you know
Lady
why they
Marmalade?
make your Amtrak? Do you know why there's so many Christmas albums?
'Cause
Why
Christmas
every
comes every
band puts out a Christmas album eventually? It's because they're all royalty free. So
I lied to you also, Wanye. It's called It Is What It Is. There's another podcast on the same channel called Come and Talk to Me.
their podcast is called It Is What It Is.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Remember when Cameron wore that like pink fur hat and jacket, and then he had like a pink flip phone? And it's like one of the most iconic images of all time. Anyways,
Of all time?
Drake, yeah, of all time. They said it was. There was like a vote in hip hop. Anyways, then Drake recently did a show with Cameron, and Cameron let him wear the coat. It was so sick.
That's a sick picture.
Show the picture to Chalmers. Look at
There,
this.
Chalmers.
Oh, I know. Cameron is.
That is
yeah.
one of the sickest hip hop pictures of all time. Look at that
Yeah,
photo.
no,
Yeah, in the
like
song
those hard.
Killer
Fresh.
That's
Cam.
outrageous.
In the song Killer Cam, he references Gretzky and Ice Like Winnipeg.
Yep. He's good, but I don't think he's got like
Skeet.
a podcast in him necessarily.
Dice.
Shooting dice with the boys.
Playing dice with the boys.
Throwing in a level 5s in.
They
with the
also
boys.
had level. No, I'm with level 3. They
Oh,
run
yeah.
6s. That's too hot for me.
6 sets of dice.
There's dudes that are making
On
their
Zins.
whole living on Instagram
Importing.
right now just talking about Zins and all the different names.
Oh, ripping Zins?
Ripping Zins, Zimbabwe's, and Scott's like some
Zimbabwe's.
It is-
Cinderella
it is-
Man.
Yeah, it is
Indiana
crazy,
Jones.
man.
It's a lifestyle.
Zindy Crosby.
It's Cindy Crosby. Zin Shady.
Where can you even get those here?
You can't.
Can you even get those here?
I'm going to Nashville though in a week.
You can't get them here.
No.
Looks like Vanderlei Industries need to figure out some import export.
Yeah, some black market
Little
import
shady
export.
shit.
You know what you can get here? Will Hawk beef jerky.
Holla.
I was at West Edmonton Mall on the weekend. Got this ESPN hoodie. Pretty
Tease.
cool. And
Sellout.
Will Hawk beef jerky, good point, is not just in the mall. They don't just have a shop in the mall.
They own them all.
There's like banners up everywhere
Yeah.
by
I
the
get
pirate
shit-
ship.
I get
They've
shit for
given him a
following
Garth Brooks
other-
banner.
Yeah.
Other
They've sold
sports
so much beef jerky.
media companies, and he's literally wearing an ESPN.
I know.
It's cool as fuck. Anyways, I saw a father-son walking around at the mall on Sunday on Father's Day eating Will Hawk beef jerky.
That's how you do it.
That's how you
I
have a
keep
good father.
one
Probably
tucked
not.
under my lip like a Zin at all times.
Why not?
Oh,
I have
man.
a container of Zins. I just use it to conceal beef jerky on the go.
That's right.
Pop it open, throw a couple
So, like,
of
can
bites
you
in.
get Zins in the States?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, can you bring them back with you?
I
then?
have so many at my house.
I think,
Okay.
well, earmuffs, border patrol.
but
You're
they
allowed-
never used to have Marlboros here, and you could bring Marlboros
Yeah,
back.
you can bring
so-
a certain amount.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he's like, we're,
Jay thinks I'm bringing 3 checked bags.
no,
down for
one of your
gear.
bags I am loading up with Zin, and I'm starting a black market business.
It'll get
Farmer's market booth, sell out in 1 minute. Bye. One and done.
$30 a tin.
Speaking of farmers markets, Muggins always on Sundays has that farmers market right out front.
Yeah.
Kudos
I get my
to them.
Zin there.
It was
I do not give Muggins credit for hosting the
The
farmer's
Muggins
market.
Farmers Market brought to you by Muggins.
Muggins does
It
not
was-
have a farmer
I went
market.
to Safeway
No,
yesterday.
it's just out
I
in front
couldn't
of Collingwood.
believe that there was people out
that
yesterday.
on Sunday, like, and it was pouring.
It's a
Pouring.
culture, man. You don't miss.
If
Now
you,
they do it
yeah,
out back now, right? They don't do it out front? Or do they do it out front?
It's a split.
if you religiously
decision.
love Grandma Nellie's grape jelly and you use a tin or like a can of
Nelly
wheat-
the rapper has a grape jelly.
No, Grandma. The Grandma Nellie. Okay, Grandma Linda. I don't know. Just a grandma.
Okay.
Nellie was the first thing to my mind because I
Oh.
can't stop thinking about this goddamn music concert I
So
went to.
jacked up.
And then
Grandma's at the farmer's market.
they're not
Country
there-
grandma blasting.
if they're not there on Sunday, even rain or shine, and you can't get your Grandma Linda's grape jelly, that's a problem.
Yeah. Roasted red pepper tzatziki I always get. Delish.
Do you know why Nelly and Ashanti broke up back in the day? I'll tell you. He had an energy drink. He had an energy drink called Pimp Juice. This is real. You can look this up.
Even had the song, the accompanying song.
And he blew through tons of his own money trying to make Pimp Juice go. And 50 Cent had sold vitamin water. So he borrowed, they say, $5 million from Ashanti to underwrite Pimp Juice. And they lost it all. And they said, I'm not paying you back. And she said, you own part of the Charlotte Bobcats. And he said, I don't care. I'm not paying you back. And then they broke up.
But now they travel together.
Now they're back together like 20 years
He
later.
paid her back.
Nope.
Nope.
She was just like, huh. And then 20 years later, she's like, I'm over it. And then they got back together.
I respect it.
Just goes to show you,
But
one,
she's flying commercial.
Well,
Well, that $5 million.
He's definitely flying private.
is he?
You think so?
Come on, they gotta be.
He lost all his money on a Pimp Juice.
Man,
But I thought he owns a
Like, maybe
Bobcat.
0.000000000.
Well,
yeah, it was a long time ago, man.
Fair.
If he was really that loaded, would he be in Edmonton in the rain?
well, relevancy. I want to feel that
Love
that
of the
juice.
game.
Did you see any other NBA owners rapping at the concert?
Yeah, fair.
Did you see?
Yeah,
Like,
MJ was there.
Snoop will go play Union Hall just because they're going to
Now
pay
that
him.
is true, but Snoop's got that weird deal with the devil he talked about in Murder Was the Case, where he has to tour forever or he'll be sucked into the well of souls.
These are the facts.
Should I pick it up live on the air?
Oh shit! I owe him a phone call.
Who'd that be?
Greg. He's calling everyone, trying to get on the pod. He's free. He's free right now. He doesn't have anything
He's
to
got
do.
some free time, does he?
He's got a lot to say.
There was a
Imagine a guy who's spoke 4 hours a day his entire life. It cannot speak.
He's
for 4 hours
he's
a
chatty.
day. He's chatty.
Did you guys break that down a little bit?
little bit. So there was a great moment on the DFO rundown on Thursday when I finished up my segment with Frank and Jason, and I go, all right, well, see you guys. I'm going back to watching the US Open. And Frank just like off the cuff goes, Jesus, Tyler, you know, some of us have real jobs. And Gregor goes, nope. Nope. That was good.
What,
yeah.
Gregor's demise?
Yeah. Also found out.
No, it's not demise.
Tyler's been
Trust me.
cheering for it.
Yeah. Found out he's going to be co-hosting my everyday show with me next week.
That's cool.
A decision.
Free agent Gregor.
For a decision that was not made by me, just told to me, but I'm excited nonetheless. But Liam and I are thinking of making.
You're not going to take Jason Gregor on your show? You're going to say no to an Edmonton
crazy?
legend? Jesus.
Wanted to play a little hard to get.
Oh, that's fair. Okay. Why?
As long as it ends up with
again.
Is it him again?
No.
Oh.
He's that.
Do you work with him?
No, he's calling you from a landline now. to see if you'll
UTI
pick up.
clinic. What's that all about?
Liam and I are thinking of a bit where we call him our intern, just to see if he'll laugh about it or if he'll
Intern
get
Jason.
It's like on 30 Rock when he goes back to the bottom of GE and has to work his way back up to the top. And
He moves up so fast.
I'll do it in 16 years. Last time it took me 24.
But Gregor and I are also on the same flight out to Nashville.
Yes.
So he was like, hey, buddy, my wife can drive us to the airport. I was like, great. That sounds like a fun time. I think Gregor and I are going to get real tight over this week in Nashville. And my goal, because when we land in Nashville, we have to go straight to a dinner with Frank. But my goal
I
is,
get it. He's joining ESPN and he's stealing you.
anyways,
Is that what's happening?
Are you showing up to the meeting wearing ESPN gear?
That is a powerful signal.
I
leverage?
showed up at the meeting to like give you my resignation wearing the brand that I was going to.
The minute you commit, you're all in.
Shit. What was I going to say? Oh yeah.
is
My
terrible.
goal is I'm going to try, cause we fly out Sunday, middle of the day. I want to try to get Gregor like sneaky drunk so that we show up to this dinner with
Super
Frank.
beer him.
Yeah. Like I want to see what Gregor's like when he's had a couple. I've never seen that.
You've never seen Gregor in the
You know he's had a few if the frying pan comes out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's a big frying pan guy.
The frying pan of
Anyways.
shots.
Frying pan of shots.
Thank
Oh,
you.
buddy. It's the greatest invention
Back
ever.
in the day, he'd have like 45 Bacardi Limon waters standing at the bar at OTR, and he would be prime time to tell you what he thought about everything.
Yeah.
It was great. I remember one time Theo Peckham threw an ice cube at him, and we were all in the bag, and I was like, we should get that guy. And they're
Theo
like, that's
Peckman?
Theo Peckham. And I was like, we should not get that guy. That's why I threw an ice cube at Gregor, because they know each other from the rink. I didn't even recognize Theo Peckham when I saw him in the streets that night, Chalmers, because they had too many Bacardis.
I wouldn't recognize him right now if he sat right there and you guys said to me.
He
"That's
one
Theo
time
Beckman."
bought a Captain Morgan statue at the Pint that had been covered in pennies.
Oh yeah.
He
And
bought
yes, I'm
it,
saying his name wrong on purpose.
and he wheeled it down Jasper
Teddy-
Avenue with a
Teddy
dolly.
Peckman?
Teddy Peckman. What? Somebody said that.
Don
on
Cherry.
yeah.
That could have been the highlight of that season. Was had we seen Theo Peckham wheeling Captain Morgan down Jasper Avenue at 4 a.m. covered in pennies.
What was I going to say? Oh yes. Our trip to Nashville brought to you by AMA Travel is going
Hell
to
yeah.
Liam used AMA Travel. He had to book things for his Europe trip.
Oh,
They can really do anything.
I used AMA travel this weekend, Tyler. Book a little flight to Vancouver.
I used him to go to Toronto last week.
They'll get you anywhere.
Mhm.
Liam's going to be in Paris. There you go.
You think
Wow.
you think that
Flex.
AMA Travel was responsible for Shanti being delayed?
No, if she
No,
would have
she
used
fixed
AMA
it.
travel,
She
it
would've
would have
booked
been
them.
It'd be the opposite. She'd be like, I'm delayed.
Maybe
I'd be
Harmon
like,
learned
here's
a
another
lesson
flight
there.
for you, Ashanti. We love your music.
I want to do a Chalm in, Chalm out section. Is there a segment?
Yeah, sure.
Well,
We
you know, in the name of continuity, of course.
wouldn't want to lose our streak.
Is he in on something or out on something?
Wait.
Oh,
Well-
it's definitely an out.
A new edition of Chalm in, Chalm out coming up after the break. That was a
They're a
professional
proud sponsor of Chalmers.
Yeah.
They've been
break.
waiting. We've been waiting to push that button for so long.
It's about time we get that money. Okay. This might be a hot take. And I've seen it twice now in 2 weeks. I've seen it before, but it's getting ramped up. And I believe I might be Chalm out on how drunk these players are getting at the parades.
Oh, fuck.
You know
off.
what? Not a bad take.
I'm not going to lie.
They just
I get
won
it.
the Stanley
no,
Cup.
No. Okay.
And then you get what William Carlson
Okay,
did, which
okay.
is just
A
the
moment
gift
of
that keeps
humor.
on giving.
I get it.
How would
The
you be if you
basketball-
won the Stanley Cup?
Probably like that.
Okay.
But-
I'm glad we established that.
I think it's getting to a level where it's like you see the one thing and you see Alexander Ovechkin in a fountain and you're like, okay, that's fun.
Brett Hall.
I've seen like three, like it started with the NBA. The NBA, like, they're swearing. The coach of the
coach was so funny,
off
though.
of his rocker.
He was
I can't
absolutely
imagine he was
shit-faced.
proud of himself the next day.
Sideways hat,
And
throwing
so-
up signs and shit. It was
and you
unbelievable.
kind of go, okay, I get it. You're in the moment, but like, there's a lot of. I guess maybe I'm looking at this like a father, but there's a lot of kids that look up to these people and like are watching these parades and they're just watching these guys. Like it's starting to
But they don't see it.
But it's starting to become, it was cool when you saw the one clip of a guy who gets thrown a Coors Light, chugs it, grabs a fireball and chugs. Now it's like everybody's trying to one up each other. Everybody is trying to do this.
I just felt like Carlson's wasn't actually that funny.
It wasn't funny. It wasn't
I
funny
didn't
at
even see
all.
It was like incoherent
It was
babbling. I was like,
cringy at best.
I like kind of smiled and then I was like, a little cringy.
It was
cringy.
super
Because
cringy.
it wasn't professional broadcasting. That's why.
No.
No.
Like,
No,
remember
no.
when, Corey Crawford did it the one year the Hawks won, and he like had the belt on, and it's like like fucking right. That was cool. Like I think it can be done in like a funny way. I just didn't. I thought.
I just think that if this all started like 3-4 years ago when a guy kind of went viral for being in his cups and everybody was like, oh man, that's just how I would be. That's one thing. It seems to me like everybody is trying to go viral
'cause
for being in their
it's
cups,
like these
for
pushy
having
little
their
kids
moments. If
with
I
their
have to see
signs.
Jack Eichel do one more thing with no t-shirt on and a
But
beer in
dude,
his hand, being
We're
a
also in a
douchebag.
different era. Everything's documented now. This was always here.
Okay,
You're
so-
telling me you have not heard crazy stories of Oilers celebrating the
I've
cup?
heard them. I've heard
But
those stories.
but it's because
Do you think they enjoyed it more doing it behind closed doors or doing it in the streets for 3 straight days? Being with cameras on them at all times.
they were on the streets. Have you not heard the stories of them driving up the stairs at fucking the Coliseum?
No. What they do?
No, actually,
What they do?
I
Tell
haven't
a story
heard
right now.
Oh, just one of them was super drunk. I won't name the player. He was telling us a story, and he drove up the
In
stairs.
the cup celebration?
Yeah, oh, yeah, like,
I
yeah.
said that on this podcast.
I did.
No, that player.
No,
That player did say
That-
it. Yes.
Well,
actually,
the player I'm
no,
talking about has not been on this podcast.
No, the
but
player.
yeah.
The player told the story of the other player. I think.
So like,
Yes.
there is some crazy public shit that's been done. It's just it hasn't been
I
documented.
just feel like it's not
And
organic
trust me, they don't want
anymore,
it to
that
be.
these people that
You
some
think they're being
guys
fake?
maybe
They're not
like
being
Jack
genuine?
Jack Eichel maybe looking
Jack
for
Eichel
these
sucks.
moments. Maybe looking for these moments. Do
That's
you know
right,
what I
you're
mean?
Chuck.
Like my kids,
But these
all they're
moments are
remembering-
happening all
and
the
I don't
time.
really care because I'm not like. I mean, come on, I enjoy a good time just as much as the next guy, and I don't rip them for having a good time. It's just I'm
drunk right now.
More
I'm
than
not
the
drunk
next.
right now, but if it wasn't Monday,
Imagine you were on camera on a night out. You would do something. You would then see someone else do something, and then you would try and
And then
one
we're
up
all
them.
doing headstands.
but
Yeah, Mr.
not on
Headstand.
camera. No, dude, was there camera? If there's cameras there, the next morning I go, I don't want that. I don't want that.
You've done headstands
That was
on
for
the beat
That was
cast.
for the room. That was for the people in that room. That was for our group.
for the
that was for
room.
the fun of that moment, being in that moment.
Just randomly volunteering to do a
Yes.
headstand.
I mean, who doesn't?
I guess
do that?
it was the thing we didn't know we needed. So it's true.
100%.
Did it make it worse or better?
Yeah, no, yeah. So I'm saying you don't know you need it until you do it.
So then I guess I'm not trying to be like an old man on his lawn here. I want you to understand that.
Kind of like Clint Eastwood and Gran Torino right now.
I think that if I see it once, it's like, okay, yeah, they're having a good time. Now go have a good time. But it just seems like for 3 straight days, all I've seen is Jack Eichel in different positions doing stupid shit.
Because cameras are on him nonstop.
I wish Jack Eichel got arrested.
Why am I here backing up Jack Eichel?
I don't know.
Yeah, why are you
I guess because it takes so bad.
You're so pro Jack Eichel.
Like, I get it. It's yeah, like
There's been, okay, I'll sum it up with, I thought the Alexander Ovechkin moment was very funny. I thought that was funny. That was a guy, I could totally understand it.
That guy's a legend.
But from people being in the
wannabes.
front of the mic, now, when a guy would, when Nikola Jokic says a swear and you're like, oh, that guy doesn't swear. And you're like, okay, that's cute. Whatever. He's champion. He can swear at a press. Now dudes are just doing it like
William Karlsson was trying to be that guy.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it wasn't
You're not
hitting.
that guy,
I'm
bro.
seeing more cringeworthy moments
that guy.
coming out of these things than organic moments that I'm like, that's just a guy living in the moment and a camera picked it up. Now it's like, I know there's a ton of cameras and I'm going to have my moment. And they're just not landing all the time. I think that's what I'm Chalm out on.
I don't think hockey players and athletes are attention seekers. Are they already have all the attention?
When they get
They
a
don't
couple
need
drinks
it, do
in them,
they?
they are. You see, it's just
I
like
could
a
be wrong.
quiet
I
person
just
in the corner
asking.
when they get a couple drinks and them at a party, and next thing you know, they're doing headstands.
Yeah.
You
Now
know?
there's cameras on them.
And now there's cameras
Do
on
you think Connor will let loose? When?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that will be
Yes.
like, I think it'll be like
It'll be unbelievable.
It'll be like a
Yes.
natural. McDavid won't go out there.
There'll be a video where he can't even say a word.
Sure.
We'll be like, yeah.
Okay, so and when we see that first video, we'll be like, yes, he's letting loose. He's deserved this. But when the 5th video comes out, and now you can tell that he knows, will you be like, okay, Connor, like, okay. The
No,
first 4 were
because someone's
cool, but
sticking a camera in his face, and normally he just says, no, please don't. He's going to be past that. He's not going to have that break on him, and he's just going to get caught. He's going to get caught a bunch of times.
I get, and this is not my point, but I guess if I was going to get very, and that's not, but if I'm going to really ask, like, do you think the amount that they're swearing and drinking on TV is good or bad?
I think it can be funny. This one instance, I just didn't think was that funny.
They're
I also hate the goal.
I know what they're doing.
They're just kids.
Yeah. Somebody needs to step in and be like, hey, maybe we need to stop
That one
putting
lady
them.
was trying. It was very,
Let's
that
maybe
part was
stop
actually kind of
putting-
fun.
I
Trying
want-
to pull William Karlsson off.
I
Yeah,
want,
PR
if I was the owner of that team or the general manager or the coach, I would want that team for 5 to 7 straight days to celebrate the hell
Oh, it's
out of
happening.
that. I just wouldn't put them up on stages at every medieval times, at every fucking thing.
But they
could
created that.
possibly do,
They're not
dude.
going and chasing. Like, oh, let's go and do this. Like,
No, but
we
they're
have to do
getting
the
put
parade.
There. You think,
they're getting put
you think
there.
These guys, that's what I mean. Somebody needs to stop putting them there.
Like, do the
Let them
parade
go-
and let them do their
Let
thing.
them go do their thing.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I agree with you.
But that's
like,
what I mean.
You put them out there. These guys aren't going to slow down. They're flooring it. They have worked their fucking asses off. This is the biggest green light of their life. So they've got a hall pass from their wives. Like, they're allowed to 5
they
days.
do?
Well,
Nice.
I don't
like
know
that. Like, this is a flashing fucking green light.
Yeah.
So they're taking it.
Yep.
And it's just the fact that they get being put on camera, which I agree. It's not all of it's good,
That's
but
kind
like
of my whole point.
I'm not. It's not. But it's not the player's fault.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
They're like, this is just like for
I'm
a
sure
lot
if Mark
of them.
Stone wanted to, he could say, we're not doing this one. We're going to have a
No,
private
he's
party.
so fucking drunk he can't even fucking think of that. And his
Henri
back's
Richard
broken.
has won 11 Stanley Cups. Have you seen one moment of footage of him acting the fool? No.
I'm sure there's
They
stories.
used to be gentlemen.
I'm sure there is like nude down
oil
St.
painting.
Catharines, Rue St. Catharines or whatever.
So,
Buck Chunzi.
He
So let me
woke up
take
in the
it-
morning, put on a suit,
Did his
and read the
taxes
newspaper.
and
let me
chain
take it one
smoke.
step further. So Brooks Koepka wins the PGA Championship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goes to a Panthers game, coked out of his
Peace game. Peace game.
allegedly, in my
Do
opinion.
you think
Peace
that
game.
was good or bad for Brooks Koepka at that
Good.
moment?
There's no such thing as bad.
He
PR.
went and celebrated and then got put on camera.
That is more
I
exposure than any putt he could have made.
I know.
Well, it was good for the peas.
Remember when Kodak Black did the dirty at the Panthers game, then they went to the Cup Finals?
But here's my thing about Brooks Koepka. I don't believe that moment was bad for him at all, even though it was very, very clear that he was not just drinking. It was, I mean, I'm not a detective here, but
Those nachos?
here's the thing. He didn't get put on a stage at the Panthers game with his trophy up in the air. He was in his box, he was clapping, and they put a camera on him. He probably knew it was going to happen. He didn't know when it was going to happen. That happens. I get that. But he wasn't put like the clapping eyes. Good God, I can't get it out of my mind. It's just so uncomfortable.
You can't unsee it.
I heard an interview with him though, and he was just he laughed it off.
He laughed it off.
Doesn't care. I just won the PGA.
Like, I'm a rich white elite. It's all good.
What are you going to do? Right. So that's my only, I just think that it's getting to a level and you just saw it. You saw it in both. You saw it in the basketball, and then you saw it again in the NHL parades. That it's just like, let's just pump the brakes here on like trying to make these viral moments with.
I don't think they're trying to make
Anyone
viral
trying
moments.
to make
That's
viral
the thing.
moments is very cringe.
Do you agree with him that they're not trying that there's
I agree with you.
There's a lot of players that aren't trying to make
I think
those viral moments?
society now tries to make viral moments all the time, and you look like, oh, fuck.
I don't think they have a desire to make a viral moment.
I think that Jack Eichel has definitely sought out viral moments.
Jack Eichel
more
is trying
than-
so hard to look human. It's fucking sad.
I think that,
I can maybe see
William Carlson was.
Shaq
I
just
don't
about
think
like William Carlson was.
Marcia show. I don't think he is because he's not really doing anything.
Some people
stupid.
can
He's just
handle
in the
their
background,
booze.
right? He's in the background. He's doing his thing. He's having fun. Like, whatever. You know, that's my point. I'm Chalm out on it.
It's an arms race.
Yep.
Everyone's trying to outdo each other.
I liked it when Gronk would grab a beer and slam
He
the
invented
trophy,
this game, Gronk.
He did.
but he didn't do it on camera 10 times, and where to the point where you're finally like, okay, Gronk, man,
No,
like,
he did it with
have a
dignity,
fucking
Chalmers,
nap, bro.
on a cruise ship brought to you by Monster Energy.
But that was one thing. Tom
did it with
Brady
dignity.
walked from that boat to a private function, clearly 10 out of 10 drunk.
And they caught him on camera.
And they caught him on camera. Did you see another video
he went home.
of Tom Brady?
Because he went home. He went off the grid. That's the thing.
He's
do
in
you
his
think
late
he just
30s, man.
stopped
His wife left him,
celebrating?
Chalmers.
Did
Yeah.
he stop celebrating that very moment?
No, like that's the thing.
No.
He didn't stay. He left. He removed himself from the situation
Yeah.
because of the avocado tequilas.
avocado tequilas. You got the avocados in them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that segment worth it?
Well, we're just arguing about which athletes were actually drunk and aren't that drunk.
This is why it's a good podcast, though, because this is what real normal conversations are. They just like get cornered by the angry guy who came with a bee in his bonnet and yelled everybody down until he was right.
I don't think that I'm right. I think that you can have your own perspective of it. And I think that mine right now with 12 and 9-year-old boys that are like starting their idols now are not like people that they're just seeing on TV anymore because they're just for kids. They're searching these people out now. They're searching out these athletes.
And
They're
they
making
like William
they watch
Carlson.
this. They loved they love hockey players. They love watching highlights and hockey players. And I keep going.
It's the fact there's a camera everywhere, man. That's the issue.
If my kids aren't there, I'm like, oh, look, they're partying. But when my kids are there, and I don't know, I'm not trying to be like this because I'm not trying. Like, it's the real world, man, and it's fine.
But
my kids
it's
are
because
kinda
there's
going,
camera there.
"Ooh."
Well, do they follow Yegwave? Because like Yegwave's like making Edmonton look dumb all the time.
No, they don't follow
Because there's a
Yegwave.
camera catching a certain moment in time and then being pushed out.
Let me tell you this. If the Oilers win the Stanley Cup, when they do, and there's a parade, I will be the drunkest man at that parade, and I will seek out the cameras.
Yep.
That's the big unveiling.
Just projectile vomiting down Jasper F.
Chalmers, do you know who Ahmad Rashad is?
Yeah, do you know who his groomsmen were?
Claire Huxtable.
Ahmad Rashad.
I don't think that was what that
married Felicia Rashad.
is. That what that was?
And Felicia Rashad was the mom on the Cosby.
I just said Claire Huxtable.
That's why her last name is
No, listen to me. Claire Huxtable.
So his groomsmen really were OJ and Bloody.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I thought
OJ
that
was his best friend.
I thought that was
and
Photoshop.
No, OJ was his best friend, and Bill Cosby became his second best friend
Yeah.
because of him becoming the husband of or dating Felicia Rashad.
I thought that was like the time Birdman said, "This is a photo of my dad," but it was like Photoshop, and you could see it a digital watch on, and I got tricked. That was a real.
That's
photo.
legit. That is legit.
That is a crazy bridal party. Wow. That's like when did Michael Jackson officiate the last Elizabeth Taylor wedding? Yes. You want to see a weird photo? Look that up. Elizabeth Taylor's last wedding, and MJ's the bloody reverend.
Do you want me to tell you something interesting too? I know this is going to be, it's like taking left turns here. Things come to my mind. I want to take a left turn.
Sure. Okay.
Because the US Open just ended on that golf course, right? The LA Golf and Country Club, which is in a huge portion, a very rich
Playboy Mansion's right there.
portion of
Lionel
LA.
Richie's house.
In maybe one of the densest cities in the world.
The land on that golf course is reportedly worth $8 billion.
Really?
Do you know how they circumvent paying taxes on that land?
Are they a church?
No.
Oh.
So in 1960,
Good call.
yep. In
Maybe
1960,
it's a utility corridor.
they realized that obviously property taxes were going to continue to go up and that you would be paying for the value of the land. They have this thing called the right of best use action in property taxes, which if you have like a vegetable garden in Manhattan that's an acre wide, you can't just tell the city of Manhattan that it's not worth anything because it's a vegetable garden. The best use of that is an apartment building. It will be taxed as an apartment building, right? Golf courses in LA like knew this was coming. So the four of them got together. And at the time, Bob Hope was like the most famous person in America.
Mm-hmm.
Also, avid golfer. Member at two of the golf courses. He used them to go to Congress and get an amendment called the
Bob Hope Amendment,
Bob Hope Amendment. Yes, no. It was just like, it was
for lack of a better term.
yeah, it was to freeze the value of the land, basically to say that these parks were not considered, they were exempt from that proposition. Anyway,
Basically saying if you actually tax them on $8 billion, all the golf courses in America will eventually disappear.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in 1978 too, then they had this thing where like if you could have your property taxes frozen at what they were in 1975, unless they changed ownerships. So the property tax of those golf courses, because they've never changed ownerships, is what the property tax was in 1975. Meaning that place worth $8 billion should pay $90 million in taxes by today's rates. It pays $250,000.
Good deal.
Which is also the amount you need to pay to get in. Is
$250,000.
That's like your starting
membership if you can get in. Meaning, these people of LA subsidize that golf course. $8,750,000.
89 million.
89 million. Sorry, God, my math is bad. But isn't that the craziest thing in the world? Like
I like when the underdog wins.
that is the ultimate, like rich person.
It's like the NFL being a charity. You're like, what?
Not for profit. Same with PJ. Not for profit.
What?
But now all the money.
So you know that golf courses are all owned by the members, right? You buy a membership, you're part of the membership, right?
Not everyone's equity based, but yes.
Like
That one, those
Royal
ones
Mayfair
are.
is.
So the question is if the people that owned that golf course in 1978 aren't members there anymore, technically isn't changed hands. If I give it to my son, it's technically changed hands. And when the last member,
maybe it's how they structure it. Yeah, I'm sure it was well structured. Remember that hotel we stayed at in Manhattan Beach that had the 9-hole golf course out back? I'm like, how the fuck do they afford that? So it's
9-hole golf course and behind
there was a 9-hole par 3 golf
awesome.
course in behind a hotel. And it was amazing.
It was
so we're like, how the hell do they have this? And the reason why they lease the land for like $1 from the county because anytime it rains and floods, they dump all the water on the course and it goes underwater.
It's the stormwater reserve. So the guy was like, "Hey, you see up at the top of the fourth hole?" Because it was like a valley kind of course. He goes, "That was filled up to there until like 6 weeks ago."
Yeah.
So the course will just like have to shut down,
Which is
for like
genius.
months.
How about that mansion I sent you today, Baggedmilk in Calgary, that has its own 9-hole golf course?
Sick.
That was cool.
And it's an unreal golf
In
course.
Calgary?
Like, the green is like 2-tiered and
To
it's
maintain that. Wow.
probably what? 9 holes, $1 million a year.
Oh, jeez.
Like, you'd have to have a greens crew.
Yeah.
oh, for sure you would.
Wow.
Anyway, so that's my fun fact about that.
There's a guy
LA golf course.
There's a guy, I think he lives in Brentwood in LA, and he has a private 18-hole golf course in his house. Yeah. It's like an old movie financier from the 60s or something. And I don't even know if anyone lives in the house. He has a full championship 18-hole golf course.
If I had fuck you money, that's number
Brentwood?
one.
Like, that's crazy, man. That's because, like, when they started it, everything was like an orange grove and shit.
That's what you would do if you had that much money. You would put a golf course behind your house.
I would just golf 24/7. I'm going fucking golfing tonight.
It's probably cheaper to buy a
good luck
golf
with that.
course and build your mansion on an existing golf course.
I don't
Trust
know if
one,
you can
bro.
golf in the rainforest anymore.
Golf course.
I
probably
wanted
underwater.
rain, but not all of it. Not at once.
Man, it was so
Like,
much.
what the hell?
I'm irked. I wanted to like play ball tonight and all this, and now it's like, oh God.
Speaking of ball, got a bat dropped off for the
Where is
home
it?
run derby. It's in my
Charles.
office.
So Matthew Graham, avid listener, dropped it off. I'll just be honest. I don't think this is the bat you end up using. I think
gonna
the
try
barrel's
it.
too small. Sometimes these like older school bats, but it's like a decade old. But sometimes these older school bats, decade old, they got popped. They
Is
were
it
made
metal?
with some-
What's the size?
It's metal, yeah.
What's the size?
Thanks for bringing it in.
30, 23.
30. It's 30 inches, 23 ounces.
Yeah.
What's the barrel size? 2 and
2.
2? 2's tough.
That's what I mean. Like
Precision.
this thing could have serious pop. I'm not
why I'm gonna
discounting
try
the
it.
story of the bat. You need to try it.
We need to
But
find
I
another
think
bat, though. Anyone got another bat?
I think it'll be too hard for you to square up.
It's definitely metal, right?
But I can get around because it's light. That's the thing. It's getting around on a fucking 50
I think
mile an
you
hour
need some weight
pitch.
behind it.
Yeah, 23.
I am the weight.
No,
I am the inertia.
too light. You're going to be in
I had a donair yesterday.
I have 12-year-olds that use 30-inch bats, though.
Yeah.
Not too short.
It is. It
Seems a little short. I was expecting at least a 32.
Yeah, you need like a 33. You need to get a bigger sweet spot on it.
I have a wooden Marucci that one of the Riverhawks gave my son last year.
No, we can't use that.
Wait, why not?
Gavin's
wanna
got you.
I don't want to break your son's bat.
Oh, he doesn't like. He probably.
I've got
doesn't.
one. I got a.
Hold on. You think you could break up? What are you, Barry Bonds?
Over your knee.
Wow,
Bo
you
Jackson?
gonna do it over your head, Bo?
No, but hit the ball. Like, what if I break it? I'd feel bad.
I mean, come on. How many wooden bats get broken? This is like a real bat.
A fucking every baseball game, a wooden bat gets broken.
Okay.
Not true. But
Not fucking true at all.
you
Gavin.
talking?
So Gavin used to coach high levels of baseball.
Is it got BB core though?
No. He says you want an older one. He says he's got some for you. He's listening outside.
I know. That's why I'm yelling.
Gavin.
Where are you going?
Go get him. Go get
It's in
Gavin.
my office.
It's in Jay's office.
It matches my hoodie.
Here he is. Here he is.
Also, yeah, Gavin.
This is my favorite part of the show when we make someone come in and yell.
Could you hit one out of Remax?
No. No chance.
And you played high levels of baseball your whole
Yeah, I
life.
played AAA baseball for 11 years.
So let's just
12
put the
years.
particulars on it.
Congratulations.
Jay, you are 6'3".
Yeah.
I've seen
6'3"
2
what?
home runs out of Remax Field in my lifetime.
I saw one the other night. I went to the Riverhawks game.
Yeah,
Guy went
Riverhawks
yard,
and pop it. Yep.
and I said, "Jay will do it." I yelled it aloud.
Yeah, it's extremely hard. You gotta pull it.
Jay's a big.
Oh, I got a ball.
Jay's
325.
a big
You gotta pull
fella.
it
Jay's a
dead
big
left.
fella. 6'3", 2. I'm gonna guess 220.
Oh, I'm probably close to 230 right now.
Okay.
Had a
Gav,
donair
what are your
yesterday.
particulars here? 5'11".
No, it
Yeah, I'm 5'10".
doesn't matter. It's
5'10".
also
Yeah,
technique
5'10".
and stroke.
Right.
Look at
I'm
him. He's
just-
muscular.
No, he does look. He's jacked. I know. I was getting there. But
Yeah, I've never been close at Remax.
Can you get to the warning track?
No.
But were you along? Like, were you, are you a
what was
power
the
hitter?
pitching like?
No. I was like average guy. Like I was hitting 2-hole.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So
like,
you're a
leadoff
placement
guy,
hitter.
but- Yeah, exactly.
What-
exactly.
So when you're are you talking
only
you've done
power.
BP or
I'm
you've
only
only
gas.
played in
That's
like
all
a
I
game
got.
there?
In a game, like we've done BP there, but BP obviously it's coming in at 50 miles an hour, so you got to generate all your power. Like obviously in those
Gotta find my
circumstances,
slot.
the pitch is going to generate all your power. So
How fast do I need a pitch thrown for me
55
to
to
have a
60.
chance?
We've-
Six-
yeah, like
60 miles an hour? Fuck that. I'm not going to hit that.
Yes, you are.
yeah,
you
like
I'll foul it.
you
I'll
need the pitch
take
to
it.
generate a little bit of power. I'd probably do 55, 60.
55 is the perfect sweet spot between the amount of speed you need, the velocity coming in that you need to get it out,
Yeah.
with the amount of time you have to react to it. I think it's the perfect
Yeah.
sweet spot. If we could get 55 dialed right in,
You got to put my contacts
that would
in.
be your perfect
Yeah,
baseline.
and you got to be early too. You got to pull it. So
Oh, I am a pull hitter. That's
okay,
big.
But
pull.
you have a good old metal bat he could use, big barrel.
100%. 100%.
That's
How
now
long?
considered illegal.
33 and a half.
Ooh, see, there you go.
Yeah, now we're talking.
That's better.
Bring some of these in tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. Done and done.
There you go. Thanks, Gavin.
Cool.
So you're going to coach us?
Oh yeah,
Gavin,
Yeah.
what would your best mode of pitching be for his? Would it be a pitching machine? Would it be somebody who's
No,
a high
live
level
arm,
BP
live
player?
arm all the time.
You wanna
Live
see
arm
it come
machine is
out, right?
So hard.
Yeah, you have to guess when it comes.
That's exactly.
So you're already delayed in your reaction
Your time
time.
could be a
What do
lot
you think
better
your
off with live arm.
your BP pitching is like? Do you think you could get a 55 pretty accurately
Oh,
over the
100%.
plate?
Yeah.
All right,
We got
let's
our
go.
guy.
It's a big
Maybe we got
revelation.
our guy.
Let's go, because that was a big thing we were worried about.
Do you
We're
find
sending
the
the big
L
guns.
screen to be distracting? I find the L screen to be very distracting.
What's an
Yeah,
L
the L
screen?
screen.
The L screen is an L. It's an L-shaped screen that
Oh.
your arm comes from behind.
Get outta
If
here.
They put it right back at
It's
you.
a
You are behind the
W-shaped screen.
It's a W.
What's a 2-hole?
Yeah, I guess I didn't really explain. 2-hole hitting second in the batting order. Yeah.
So he gets on base.
That means he gets them.
And then the
Billy Bean
3 or
will love
4th
you.
guy
Billy Bean
cleans it
will
up.
I didn't know you were at Chuck. Fuck.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks, buddy.
I think we found our BP pitcher.
That's
Yeah,
great.
That's exciting.
That is
That's a big-
massive.
that's a
That
big
is
day.
massive.
Speaking of baseball, I lost money betting on the US Open. Sadly.
Oh man, I refuse to bet on Westwind or whatever his name is.
Yeah, he sounds like a bitch.
Well, no,
He's
but
actually very.
But
like,
actually,
I thought so too. I
My
did not like
regret
him.
is I didn't know his story. If I knew his story, I would have bet exclusively fucking on him.
My fucking dad did, so he did great Father's Day.
Oh,
That was one of the
I
guys
bet
he
on
backed.
Rory and I bet on Ricky.
Yeah, I bet on Rory.
I'm
and
such a
There's
sucker.
nobody that was going into that final round that wasn't cheering for Ricky. I believe, unless you had money or he was a pool.
I think Ricky kind of looks like a dick.
Why? What did he do? What did
I
he
don't know.
do?
He just looks like a dick.
Oh God! I just want him to win a major so bad.
I want Rory to win another one. That's who I.
No, it's
So do
gonna be.
I. I
Well,
was
it's been
fine with-
so long since the last
I was
one.
fine with either of those two,
Yeah.
like being up there. But then Wyndham, I don't know anything about this guy. I just look at his name and I'm like, oh, this guy. Like, I don't know. It just, and then you see him, you see the energy come out of him as he sinks the putt, and then he immediately starts. I was like, okay, this guy might be my
now
guy.
he's a household name.
And you know who his best buddy is?
Nope.
CMC.
Him and Christian McCaffrey went to high school together.
Really?
Yep, in Colorado. Anyway, so I lost money on the golf, but I'm looking right now. Blue Jays are plus 105 on Betway on the run line.
The Jays have been stinky.
Stink terrible. They've been bad.
Stink terrible.
They've lost 3 straight series, but they're playing the Marlins. Marlins have a bullpen day. Their bullpen's not that good, and the Jays are starting Barrios. Jays run line, Betway, lock it up.
I will. You know what? I'll load
Was
up
this
for
an
the-
old video I saw the other day
got-
of Will Ferrell suiting up for the Angels and taking?
That's like 10 years old.
It's like
Is
every,
that
he
really
played for
cool?
every
Mike
team.
Trout. It can't be that old.
Every team, Chalmers.
Oh, that's right.
He did that show. You can find it. I think it's on Crave. He did a thing where on one day of spring training baseball, he played all 9 positions for 9 different teams.
That's what it was.
And he did a documentary following it. It's like a 40
How
minute
is
doc.
that not more popular?
Called Farrell Takes the Field.
It's so funny, bro.
Okay,
You need to go watch it.
I'm gonna watch
It's
it
very
next.
funny.
We'll
And
talk
he-
about it next week.
He did a thing. So he like played every position, but then he was like the third base coach for the Cubs for an inning. And he like just did cue card signs, being like, run, or like, this guy pitches bad and shit like that. It's very good.
He had a very good form in taking that grounder in center that he got hit to him.
Oh yeah.
And then a nice crow hop to
Will's
the
got it.
cutoff.
Will's
And
got
what did
it.
they do for the catching one? Because they like obviously didn't actually want him to have to catch a major league pitch. So they had some sort of a bit for it.
Well, sometimes they throw in the outfielder that throws the lobs, right?
Oh yeah.
Have you seen that guy who
I just
wants
bet
to play
$40
Major League
on Run Line.
Baseball from Africa? How he's training on TikTok?
Mm-mm.
There's this
basketball guy?
No, baseball.
Baseball.
He wants to be a back catcher.
Okay.
And he films himself like Rocky training. And I saw one where he's in the pouring rain wearing back catching gear, and he's like training by throwing chunks of brick. So he's like in the crouch and he's heaving brick chunks. And then they have like a tire, like an automotive tire on a rope. And he's practicing tagging people out at home. And like this rope swing is like hammering this dude. And this guy's gotten so many views, he's going to get a minor league contract out of it. He's basically willed
He's
himself.
smart. He's been throwing a brick. He's gonna get a ball in a game and just launch it over the center field fence. Like,
So this social media and doing this, like putting yourself out there and getting a
Unbelievable,
contract from it. There's 2 kids right now. Did you see this one kid? They call him Blaze. He ran a 4.2.
Oh yeah, I follow him on social, like the football player.
Yeah, he's like
he
10
is
years
so
old.
good. Yeah,
What happened? What happened?
He's 10 years old.
He's
He ran
a legit
4.2.
version of Baby Gronk.
Like, yeah, Baby Gronk's hot, according to Baby Gronk.
The fastest,
No,
the
Blaze is
fastest
good.
40 ran last year was 4.22, and this kid ran like a 4.29.
this kid also has
10-year-old.
What?
yeah, and he's got massive washboard abs.
His nickname's Blaze. I don't
Yeah.
remember his real
Baby Gronk would never.
Baby Gronk.
Blaze
I don't know what the
813.
hell's going on
His
with
name's
him.
Rudolph Blaze
Riz up
Ingram.
Livy? Or did Livy riz up Baby Gronk?
He got an offer
know
from
that
Florida
means-
State. He's legit.
Yeah, he's legit.
What about Baby Diggs?
Baby Diggs. See, what is that kid doing? What's that all about?
And he's just like a chubby little kid having fun. But now he's been brought up as like Baby Gronk's right.
Oh no, they get mad at each other, and their dads have beef.
Baby Gronk.
And their dads have beef.
I feel bad for Baby Gronk.
I'm mad at like in one more generation when there's people imitating Baby Gronk.
He's the next Baby
And the
Gronk.
newest Baby
I'm
Gronk.
actually like kind of pissed off we even brought it up on this podcast.
Yeah.
It's funny though.
We could get him and his dad on though.
That's
They'll
why
do
I like this
fucking
kid.
anything.
This kid's got legit game that I was talking about.
Blaze.
The other two,
No,
I
he's
think, are
good.
just
I've been following him for like
creations.
3 years.
Damn.
You know what was another fake, viral, annoying moment was that guy meeting Ronaldo over the weekend.
Oh, it goes down to his
well, is Waz still here?
Yeah.
I think Waz was more excited about that than any Oilers moment this year.
What's up with that guy meeting Ronaldo? What was so big about that? The guy then falls to his knees.
He watches all the sport, like he watches soccer and goes bananas all the time.
He's a streamer.
Oh, Speed.
Yeah, and they
I
brought
show
him to the
Speed.
World Cup and
I
shit.
show Speed, yeah.
But then he met Ronaldo and like fell to his knees and it was annoying. And Ronaldo was like,
it was
I
dumb
don't know
as
about
shit.
that.
Waz introduced me to that Speed guy. I don't
He
understand.
did a
the
Connor
shtick.
McDavid review, right?
His Connor
yes, he
McDavid
did.
view was kind of funny, but like I don't understand.
It's
the
just people
appeal
like
of it.
slapping their hands and going like, ah.
and like screaming
And
into
he
the mic, like
screams,
really close.
really, yeah.
How about
I don't
that
get
guy,
the
that
shtick.
streamer that I put up on The Nation who got like more for a 2-year contract with Kick,
Yeah,
which is trying to
bananas.
replace Twitch than Connor got in a 7-year deal. And his
Bananas.
name's like X dot question mark at symbol in italics.
in the wrong business.
Internet's a
You're
weird
in the
place.
exact same business. We're streaming the show.
That's a good
You're
point.
currently on screen talking about sports. You're in
Yep.
the same business.
All right, well, shout out to our friends at Betway. Will Hawk Beef Jerky. Hello. 3 locations.
If
Leduc,
you go
Spruce
get Will Hawk beef jerky, listeners, and don't like it, message us
you can come.
and we
to
will
the-
give you your money back.
Yeah,
I
me-
guarantee if
yeah.
you eat it, you'll like it.
How are you
Straight
going to know if they're
the fuck
lying or
up.
I
not?
ran up to the father and son at the mall who were
Punched
eating
the dad
it.
in the face and carried the kid off.
That's stole the beef jerky.
Yeah.
Tripped the kid, went whoop,
Yeah.
little foot out trip.
Sorry,
That's
bro.
always a
You
hilarious
got
move. And then the dad was like, what? Hit him,
Classic.
Took the beef jerky.
Yeah. Headbutted the dad.
Yeah.
Oh, I get
Happy
it.
Father's Day, bitch.
And what were they going to do at the mall? Mall
Nothing.
security?
The
Nothing.
0.5?
You're an
Put me
icon.
down in that hot
Get the
area down
0.5
by the
on
dressing
you?
rooms.
You're an icon.
Yeah. And
Any
AMA
reviews?
travel. I got the email today. I get an email every week, regardless of if we
The
get
best.
reviews.
I remember when you said, we
we
got to
did
make
get
sure
one.
we always do the reviews, boys.
I love the last one is this isn't a review, 5 stars. This isn't a review. And then went into
Yeah.
Complaint.
All right. This one was 5 stars, titled The GOAT of Podcasts.
Oh,
No matter what you're looking for in a podcast, you won't find it here. Okay? But it's absolutely worth listening to the wild tangents the guys seem to find themselves in. This ain't a hockey podcast, and that's all right.
well,
by
we
me.
talk about hockey.
A little bit.
We drive
It
by.
Could talk about a piss wizard. Thank goodness I never saw that. Golf, or just a day in the life of the host. I find myself dropping what I'm doing on Mondays and Thursdays to listen to real life. That comes from our pal, Kay Palmer.
I just want to say, it's Christopher Palmer.
Yeah. We also got one. This is a new one. It came on the 12th, so a week ago. We didn't read it last week. Southern Alberta Oily Boy. It's from T. Cass, who says, I've become addicted to the ridiculous crap that spews out of your food holes. I find myself starting to get the shakes while waiting for the next pod to come out. Have an idea for Oodle Noodle. When moving to Calgary, keep on Stony Trail East until you are heading south on Highway 2 and come to Lethbridge. Calgary is not a very nice place. They have the Shames and the Horsey football team. Have only 1 cup, but are almost as bad as Laughs in planning the parade every year. Oh, as the Leafs. Okay. Also says his sister lives in Calgary. I'm having trouble keeping up with this one. Keep up the insanity, Chalmers. There you go.
So
keep up the insanity, Chalmers. That's nice.
keep up the bad players getting drunk takes. That's what he said.
They don't have to be good.
Please leave reviews. We appreciate them.
We love reviews.
We love
do.
reviews.
So I want to mention I've been at 2 weddings now. It's been I haven't had a wedding season in decades. It feels like, and all of a sudden it's fucking wedding season again. So I've had weddings last 2 weeks, and at each wedding I have been pulled aside,
Dice.
in between dice when I was not playing, when my team was out. Shout out Team Down, my cousin Hannah, her new husband Matt, and me kicked ass. Anyways, playing dice, Chalmers.
I don't think you went to a wedding. I think you just played dice with some people.
Well, that's what it felt like. And then like a
people happened
wedding
to get
broke
married.
out. I went to a dice match and a wedding broke out.
You bet a wedding.
I've had 2 separate occasions where I've been pulled aside at a wedding to talk about Evan Bouchard. Twice.
What do they want to know?
They want to quietly
Agree with you?
agree with me.
That what?
Fuck you. You're full of shit.
That what?
I swear to
What do
God.
you, what's your take?
I'm a little
He
bit
doesn't
more,
like him.
I'm critical. I love him as a power play quarterback.
He thinks he's not a good defenseman.
I just think the minute you pay $7 million for him, everyone's going to not like it
Well,
because
you're
all the other
probably
things.
right. We don't like it
We've
if anyone
never
makes
overpaid a defenseman before.
So, anyways, it was funny. I stopped evangelizing it because
money. Your wedding speech was an anti-Bouchard speech.
it was talking about
So
2
happy
things:
for you kids
dice
to get
and
together.
Bouchard.
Yeah. By the way, Evan Bouchard.
Well,
should
he's
be
a
getting
terrible
bridge
dice player, so I
you
can't
made,
like him.
you
contract.
made a speech?
I had him to do a speech.
About
You,
Evan
ha-
Cousin.
you haven't had to do You said you did a speech.
No, I helped set up. Yeah, thanks for
Evan Bouchard
trusting me.
speech.
Twice though in the last. It was shot. I'm like, okay, One of them was at a golf course, but the guy happened to be at the wedding. Okay. He's teeing off. We're golfing. Goes, make sure you find me. I got to talk to you about Bouchard. I'm like, okay. I thought he was going to like chew my ass,
beat you up.
Bouchard.
Yeah.
Opposite.
Oh, your Amtrak. You want to know my take on Evan Bouchard?
Sure.
One time I saw Darnell Nurse at Route 99 eating breakfast right when he was trying to sign his bridge deal. Do you remember? He was kind of holding out.
Great diner.
Remember that? Great diner. He was eating his eggs so confidently at the time that I knew he was going to sign a big deal. He was confident. He didn't look worried. He was eating. Show me Evan Bouchard at a diner and I'll tell you the kind of defenseman he's going to be. That's all I'm saying. I can tell, Chalmers.
I'm trying to picture what confidently eating eggs looks like.
Shoveling them in, man, without a care in the world.
The food's so good.
Confidently shoveling.
You got to shovel. There's no time.
I get lost in all the shit on the
You ever
wall.
seen the movie Layer Cake?
Yes. Great film.
There's a scene in that movie where the one dude's at really down on his luck and the other guy's sitting across from him and he's at a diner and he's buying him breakfast. And he proceeds to give 15 seconds of the most disgusting breakfast eating scene I've ever
with the
seen
beans.
him. He's got like eggs on his toast and the eggs is going everywhere and it makes breakfast like just it. And then the guy's so disgusted by it that he slams a hot pot of coffee over his head.
Yep.
It's a great movie.
Just like Evan Bouchard.
I'm just wondering if that's what confidently
That was the
eating them looks
movie that gave me the trust needed to think Daniel Craig was going to be a good James Bond.
It was. Yep. He was great in that.
Oh, give me the new James Bond already.
They know the new James Bond?
No.
Oh, I need to know who it is.
Oh.
How do we feel about the new Indiana Jones coming out?
Is Indiana Jones?
And none of us
Unnecessary.
in it.
I hope it's as good as what Maverick was to Top Gun because I love Indiana
Maverick
Jones.
was
But, like,
good. Oh, I know.
All three of them.
you?
I love them.
Oh,
What
and
about
the
the
fourth
newer
one?
one
You're
with
discounting the Shia
Shia
LaBeouf one?
Yeah, that one was terrible.
Crystal
With the
Skull?
mummies?
You know what? This is how much
Aliens.
I didn't even remember
and
there
a
was
guy who's an archaeologist? That doesn't make
I didn't
any
even
sense.
remember that there was that one.
That's why I feel like the new one is going to be horrible because that one.
No,
was Shia
see, they're
LaBeouf.
going to learn from their mistakes then of that one.
It's a passing of baton, this one, isn't it?
I don't know.
I saw an interview with Harrison Ford and he said something about, I wanted to show Indiana Jones with the weight of the world on him. I'm like, oh my God.
It's just
Nobody wants to see that shit. I want to see him with a whip on the back of a train doing flips.
yeah.
He's good in
Emotional
1883.
weight.
Anyone
Is that
watch
the
1883?
Yellowstone thing?
Yeah, it's the prequel. It's the pre-prequel. No, he's in 1923. Sorry, Jesus. There's 1883, 1923, Yellowstone.
Really? There's 3 shows?
Yes. All connected.
That's what I've heard.
Did you know that they're saying that the younger Culkin brother, now that he was in that show, has had a better career than Macaulay?
Oh, yeah. Well,
All fucking shit you did, you little bastard.
Home Alone
Macaulay
was
Culkin
good,
is the
but
top Culkin.
he was good.
Richie Rich, he's got a body of work.
He does.
You're in
Good
Culkin.
It's not
son.
a bigger deal. You
And
think
those are in
Macaulay, do you?
syndication, you would imagine.
Would you think?
Oh man, actually no,
Culkin's better.
he wouldn't have made more. He wouldn't have made more money. Macaulay would have made still making a ton of money on Home
Is
Alone.
that who has the best career? Whoever made the most money? You think? Or?
But Kieran's now like relevant at an older age,
Yeah.
so he's able to kind of like.
But does he have a pizza band where all the
Have you-
lyrics are about pizza?
Have you finished Succession?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Did you like the ending?
I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, I
liked it a lot. You know,
yeah.
it wasn't what I was hoping for. It wasn't the outcome I wanted, but in being the exact opposite of what I wanted, it was really good.
and they did a good job making you feel good about it.
Yep.
Because I was like, you know what, you're right.
and then
Because I was like, okay, I'm here. I'm down. I'm down with this angle.
and immediately realizing, why did I want that? Why did I want it the other way?
I know.
It's
We're
why was
sheep,
I
Chalmers.
cheering for
We're
these,
sheep.
for these terrible people, man? It was awesome. I thought it was great.
According to the internet, Chalmers,
Yeah.
Kieran Culkin has an estimated career earnings of $5 million, where
That's it.
Macaulay Culkin has a career
You made that for
estimated
Richie
career
Rich.
earnings of $23.5 million.
Yeah, but he's still getting that every
And he's
Christmas.
still getting that
Kieran,
Like,
with
yeah.
you know,
If
money's,
you had a good deal.
money's one thing.
Probably-
Critical
probably
acclaim
did.
is-
Home Alone 2, he probably did. Home Alone 2, he got like $10 million.
Richie Rich, you know, he got
I
that
just
much.
watched a movie where Kieran was in it. Father of the Bride. He's the youngest brother.
He quit acting because of Richie Rich. He was
He
like, I
has
don't want to
McDonald's
do.
in his house.
All right, I've got to go.
I also watched The Sandlot this weekend. Do yourself a favor. Watch it again.
Oh my God.
Totally holds up.
Oh, of course.
Totally holds up.
It's a period piece.
Best movie ever. After Snatch.
Snatch is good.
I love that movie.
You also
We good?
like. What's that?
I haven't said anything for like 8
The
minutes.
Salton Sea. I love
You
the
love
Salton
Salton
Sea.
Sea.
Layer Cake.
I just
Snatch.
recently watched The Gentleman by Guy Ritchie. It was also
Ooh,
very
new
good.
one.
I'm like 10 minutes into that. I gotta get done.
I will
What's
watch
his name?
that.
Got a lot
Yeah,
of
it's
travel
good.
coming up. Thank you, Amy.
Excellent.
All right, boys.
Well, I used to love Guy Ritchie, then he married Madonna. End of story.
Yep. All right, see everybody.
Bye.